Hello and welcome to what can only be described as the kinkiest ever episode of the Bro You Haven't podcast, brought to you by myself, Adam Claydon, and the two horny boys, JJ Harding and Joshua Aitken. This week we are discussing the new internet sensation that is the Lady D of Resident Evil Village. We also talk about Pokémon Snap, and we talk about our favourite boy John Travolta and his historic moment, Adele Dazeem. Fantastic. Hello, boys. We are back after a fucking break for no reason, but hello. Lovely to see you.
Yeah. No, it's no reason.
It's like when Fall Out Boy came back after like fucking 4 years or whatever it was.
It felt like it. No, it's my fault, unfortunately. I'm living in a place where apparently the internet doesn't exist. So it's been very difficult, but fingers crossed this is going to work.
It seems, I mean, touch wood, it seems better today.
Yeah, it seems okay today.
It seems better today.
This is the time. This is the setup. This is the way it's going to work, and it'll be fine from now on. Apologies. When this episode comes out, we will have a second episode, the one that was released a few weeks ago, or one was recorded a few weeks ago, sorry. That will come out at the same time, so you have a double whammy of us.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I was just going to say, Josh, are you getting what I'm getting?
I think I'm getting the same thing as what you're getting.
Okay. I mean, me and Josh got some of that, but thanks for updating the fans. Emperor Dalek, like fucking.
I think I got like 4 words of that.
That's
possibly,
okay.
But
sorry, we haven't uploaded in a while.
The gist was we're back, and how are you boys? How are you doing?
Oh, dude, I'm awesome. I got food poisoning from a kebab the other day, which was a shame because I do really enjoy this kebab place. Will I have it again? Yes, probably. I did have the night off work, but I was on the toilet for the entire time.
fuck that.
Was it explosive?
I would straight up also be back to the same place though.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's so nice. I've been there so many times, and then
Lightning never strikes twice.
lightning never strikes twice.
Fucking elephant legs, though, man. Like, they leave them out overnight on a rotating spit that's heated. Like, it shouldn't be edible. It shouldn't. There's nothing about it that should be edible, but it's just so damn tasty.
But it's so good.
Some would argue that it's not edible.
I know. Well, the one that he ate probably wasn't edible. And if it's that 1 in 100 that made you shit yourself, is it worth it? Yes, it is. Much like the AstraZeneca virus jab.
100%.
But I reckon it was the chicken in it, because I was watching him cook it up, and I was kind of watching that chicken a bit like, I'm not sure that's cooked, and then I ate it anyway.
Yeah, chicken donors always hit and miss, man. See, because it's easier to get food poisoning from chicken.
Yeah,
It's lovely salmonella, yeah.
my friend Paul at work, he said like, don't forget they like mix the meats constantly as well. I was like, oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
Anyway, my disgusting food poisoning aside, how have we been? Josh, you've got a new job. Adam, you've got a new job.
Yes.
Yeah, new jobs galore. I fucking quit my boring office job that was depressing as fuck, and now I have a new job as a restaurant supervisor, because I'm just a fucking consummate professional at all times.
Always. He never stops being professional.
Mr. Maitre D.
Do you want a man who's there for you?
That's what I'm going to be like. I might grow a pencil mustache and adopt a French accent.
Oh, please do. Can you grow a mustache? I always see you like bottom bearded, but not very mustachioed.
I can grow a thin mustache, so I can grow a pencil mustache.
Oh, please do. Please do.
I usually go for the Amish look.
Amish. I thought something was Amish.
What?
Dun 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 dun.
Talking about Amish, it feels like the community I'm in right now. No fucking Wi-Fi.
What? Up that there north?
They're north. They're north. No.
Up that there north.
Up that there north.
Basically anywhere beyond the Tamar Bridge.
Yeah, for me it's just above Watford to the north.
Oh, Watford. Oh, darling. Oh.
Give him the old Watford.
Give him the old Watford. Now, what?
Am I still delayed? I don't fucking know. I'm saying stuff.
Right.
I don't know if you can hear me. I don't
You
know
are
if you can
slightly
see
delayed,
me.
but it's not insufferable.
This is the best it's going to be.
That's fine, Adam. Don't you worry.
You answered that so late after I said that.
I am trying to not speak as much as possible because I feel like it'll only add to the issue.
I heard that when you said it, but I didn't want to say anything because I don't want to add to the issue either. Should we have a silent episode?
Have an episode where the listeners have to imagine the podcast. There's like an art piece, just silence.
And now, imagine Josh has just made a sexual joke about your father. Now JJ is boring you with some gaming nonsense. Adam, he doesn't know what's going on. Again.
Dun, 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 dun.
Insert old tired quip here.
Hey, so what is the theme this week, boys? What are we talking about?
Lads, this week, okay, I've got a confession.
Oh, yeah?
I have spent the last week since Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 8's release, feeling both horrified and very aroused.
Has your dad been visiting?
No, your dad has.
Yay.
He doesn't help. I'm like, stop it, I'm trying to play the game.
Now, was the reason that you took a night off work because of this so-called kebab? Or was it that you were just too busy bashing one out?
It was definitely the kebab. Okay. I wish it was the other one, but I spent most of the night on the toilet.
Bashing 10 out.
Bashing 10 out.
Boys, the internet has absolutely exploded. In more ways than one.
And it's not the only thing that's exploded.
Over Resident Evil 8's big vampire lady, Lady Dimitrescu, Lady Dimitrescu,
Who?
And her 3 witch daughters. You know, she's the big vampire lady.
I know who
all
she
over Twitter,
is.
all over YouTube, all over. You know who she is. There is an abnormal, and I mean abnormal, amount of pornography surrounding her.
What constitutes as an abnormal amount of pornography? Like,
I don't know. That's a very good point.
like I would say, like comparatively to like Tomb Raider, there's not enough pornography out about her.
Josh. Ew.
So is this pornography? Is this because I've read there's like a porn mod already on the game. Is this pornography?
Yes.
Is this surrounded like a cosplay element, or are people actually hacking the game, modding it so that you actually, as you a normal sized man, are having sexual relationships with the giant vampire lady? Is that what it is?
9 foot. What's she, like 9'3"? I think she's 9'3".
That's hot. I love an Amazonian woman.
So is it in game, or is it people doing like fan fiction as well? Like,
yeah, it's fan fiction. It's imagery. It's like just constant stuff. Oh, do you know?
It's drawings on the whiteboard in my room.
Oh, dude, what freaking actually makes me barf, but I do find it incredibly funny because it highlights how gross the daddy kink is. This vampire lady, she's quite voluptuous, right? As well as being absolutely enormous. Everybody's like referring to her as mommy and saying like mommy milkers.
Mummy milk us.
Mommy milky.
We don't kink shame on this podcast.
You're right, we don't.
Bro, you
However.
haven't mommy milked.
This is a fucking safe space for kinks.
No, to be fair, we have taken over a lot of kinks before. The Animal Crossing kinks were quite hardcore, but I feel like we've hit a new level with some of these ones.
I feel like the Amazonian woman kink is like, I don't feel like that's as bad as some of the kinks we've spoke about previously.
Yeah, I just don't like referring to it as mommy. I hate that.
What name would you prefer to call her, Daddy?
Josh has just shrugged and gone. What, you okay with that?
Live and let live.
fine
That's
with
all
that?
I'm saying.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine with other people. It's not for me.
Listen, if a 9 foot tall vampire lady asks me to call her mummy milkers, I'm straight up doing that.
Well, if she asked me, maybe. But that's not for me. This is so fucking weird, but I might as well say it. For me, it's like the whole you're being chased and she's kind of talking mean to you and she keeps saying, "Come here, little man" thing, and you're like, oh my god.
JJ has a humiliation kink.
Oh, dude, yeah, yeah. Oh, 100%. Oh, mate, female domination reigns supreme.
Yeah. Preach it, sister. So there's a lady went viral recently, and she is a cam lady. She's been a cam lady for the last 20, 30 years. She's been around the block. She's done it all. And her recent claim to fame is that
30 years?
I know, or 20, maybe 20 years. I don't know. She's like in her 50s. And she's got kids. The kids don't know she does it. She sells videos of herself farting in kinky ways.
What?
It's fucking brilliant. She sells videos of herself, and she'll go, ha ha ha. And she sends them off for makes like $3,000 a month. It's crazy.
Does she? Oh my god.
We're missing the trick here, mate. We're missing the trick.
How would one go about finding her online just for research's sake?
The link is in the description.
Ha. This episode's going to be called "Bro, You Haven't Gotten Kinky."
Well, it's a weird thing. Did you guys play the demo, or you've seen?
No,
you've seen
actually,
it though,
I've
right?
not. I've seen clips and stuff, but I've not played any of it yet.
Did you play 7?
No, the last Resident Evil that I did was the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh, that's a good one, because you got Mr. X who chases you around.
Yeah, is it a similar kind of gameplay mechanic with Big Mummy Milkers as it is to Bowler Hat Man?
Yeah. Okay. So this is some of the thing people are almost. Yeah. So she has 3 goth witch followers. Her 3 daughters, she calls them.
You know I love a goth girl, man.
Oh, dude, I am not joking. Me and Phoebe were playing, and she went, "Even I'm a bit woof."
Woof, woof, woof.
Because they chase you. They pin you up in rafters. They lick you. It's crazy, man. It's freaking crazy.
3 things that really get my plums pumping. Getting pinned up in rafters and licked.
Yeah. By 3, lovely ladies. Granted, they're covered. There's blood dripping from their mouth, but somehow that makes it better.
By 3 e-girls.
Ooh.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm telling you right now, if we want to get more listens, we need to get some fucking e-girls on the channel right now.
Do you know any?
Selling some bath water.
No.
We can sell my bathwater.
All right.
I don't have a bath.
£50! Bath water, £50.
A bathwater, £50. Cure your illnesses.
Yeah. Roll up. Bath water, £50.
By JJ's magical elixir.
Oh, so what were we saying? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, they pin you up in rafters. They, taste you. They say, oh. At one point,
Jesus
they even go,
Christ.
"Oh, I want to taste a fresh, healthy man." And you're like, oh, my God.
Fucking hell.
What are you doing?
It's even worse than that bit in Cyberpunk where he goes, "Yeah, you look like a fuckable cut of meat." That's even worse than that.
Cut of meat.
You look like a fuckable cut of meat.
Yeah, but Keanu Reeves says it, which makes it good. So yeah, they do. They follow you around, and the trick is, especially this is like early game. It's not really spoilers. But you can't kill them, and there are things that you can kill.
Okay.
Until something happens, and yada yada yada. That's all she wrote, right? And despite how sexy they are,
Yeah.
it still manages to be quite frightening. Like, when you're running in the cutscenes and stuff, you're like, oh yeah. But when you're actually playing it, you're like, oh shit.
Terrifying.
It's the game looks incredible. Like, I don't think I've played a better looking game. with decent gameplay. But yeah, like the way Lady D like ducks under doorways and then like kind of rises and you don't know where she is. You can kind of hear her footsteps.
Intimidating.
If you're playing with headphones, it's really horrible. But it is genuinely as scary as it seems, and the setting is amazing as well. It's all like gothic stuff. It's really good. So like the first section is in a castle.
You're loving it then.
But it is just, it manages to be really scary. Yeah, it's like Resident Evil 7 was quite frightening. This is frightening in a different way. And for me, because it's kind of medievally as well, it's very old world, I'm especially for it. Like, I really am.
Saying, do you want to hear my top tip for how not to get scared of horror games?
Don't play them.
Pretend that your character is more of a psycho than the thing you're coming up against. So you're running fucking in the rooms going like, fucking yes! Come on then! Pretend you're hunting them. Straight up. Works every time. That's how I finished Outlast, just by doing that.
Outlast, you can't even fight. That's even more.
Quick, film it. I'm so scary, I'm filming it.
Like, I'm running and chase me. Come on, I dare you.
Chase me. Well, that is what it's like with Lady D and the Witches. You're a bit like, oh, chase me.
So, how can she kill you? Can she like crush you or with her voluptuous bosoms or?
Man. Yeah. She's got a big claw hand.
Yeah, big like fucking Wolverine hand.
Yeah. And she has a second form, which is disgusting.
What's actually going on in the game? Like, what's happening in it? There's like a village.
So, if I feel like you need to play 7 before you need to play this one, but you don't need to play any of the others. Basically, in any Resident Evil game, it's always, the Umbrella Corporation made a disease. In this one, so far, it looks like it's not heading that way. It looks like, at least I hope, that these people are genuinely all, like, old, like, ancient infected beings.
Yeah.
But there is hints that Umbrella's involved, and it's a bit like, oh man. But essentially, the game starts off with you and your wife Mia, and it's a few years after the events of 7. So Mia is now safe, and you have a daughter together. Mia, who got infected in the previous game, but you freed her, right? And it was a disease made by the Umbrella Corporation, which she worked for. The beginning of the game, and it shows this in the trailer, you're happy, domestic life, you carry your baby to bed, and after you put her to bed, you go down to the kitchen, you talk to Mia, and he's like, can we talk about what happened in Resident Evil 7? Because,
Did she say it like that? It's like, hey, Ethan, like, can we talk about what happened in Resident Evil 7?
No. Can we talk about what happened in the previous game?
Exposition.
Cause that big dick Chris Redfield comes in.
Yeah, he's like, can we talk about what happened with the family in the swamp? And she's like, no. She's like, she begs him not to talk about it. And he's like, I can't just keep living without speaking about it. Because I killed, he killed 4 people, essentially, didn't he? And went through a really traumatic time. Lost a hand, which is a bit of a meme. Which actually is a bit of a meme in Resident Evil 8.
Has it all grown back and then he keeps getting his hands fucking damaged in the new one?
Yeah, it gets stapled back on and they put some of this chem fluid and herbs on it and it's fine.
Brilliant. Love that.
Yeah, it's because they explain it through like lore and stuff. They're like, basically this is military secret medkit, essentially. And he's like, no. And one of the good guys from the previous games suddenly bursts into the room. Mia gets shot the shit out of, as in your wife. She dies. They knock you out and take your baby. Yeah. Well, this is in the trailer.
Why?
Not exactly sure at the moment. I mean, spoiler scat. This is early game stuff, but spoiler scat. Your daughter Rose supposedly has some sort of power. Anyway, on your way, when they're about to take you to a facility, right? That truck gets shot down, and Ethan is the only survivor, and Rose gets taken. All of this is set, by the way, they moved to like a village in, I think it was Romania or somewhere like that. It's an Eastern European village. And you walk through the woods, and after seeing absolutely nothing but dead crows, all of a sudden there is fog and a castle.
Sick.
Like a huge medieval castle. It's awesome.
Incredible.
In the first few moments of the game, you get attacked by what look like werewolves, which opens up one of the coolest sequences in any game, because you're running around first person, pushing doors, pushing like bookcases and stuff to block doorways. They get through anyway. They chase you. You find a shotgun and you start fighting back a bit, but it doesn't quite work. Eventually you get absolutely overwhelmed, and there is flaming arrows flying through the sky. There's wolfmen on horses with giant axes coming after you, and it still manages, even with all that epicness, it still manages to be scary. It's very cool.
You're painting a beautiful picture here.
And they dip into different branches of horror.
So what, the wolfmen actually like people if they're riding horses and shit?
Yeah, like they're like werewolves, but they're riding horses, and
that's cool.
there's like giant ones and stuff. The village is essentially a hub world, and there's 4 different sections which all borrow from different types of horror. So like there's one where it's a doll, and it's a lot more subtle and intense, and obviously there's the vampires, and they're gonna kill you, they're gonna eat you, and then there's a more grotesque one and stuff. It's fucking great.
Might buy it, man. Fuck it. I might do Resident Evil 7 first.
If you have a PS5, get Resident Evil 8. Do Resident Evil 7 first, but get Resident Evil 8.
See, I'm a big shitebag, but I like don't actively enjoy horror games.
Yeah, but you live with housemates now, don't you?
Suppose I could maybe like get him to also play through it with me.
Exactly. Just have somebody sitting next to you. That's what helps me. If Phoebe wasn't there, I would not be playing this by myself.
Fair.
Especially the section I just got to. It's a creepy, skinny doll with like really bulbous eyes. It's very frightening.
Have you guys ever watched the movie The Village?
The Village? I think so.
Yes, that's the M. Night Shyamalan one.
Yeah. So it's essentially an Amish kind of like community who live in the middle of the woods. They have and they've all lived there for like, it's unspecified amount of time, but they're quite isolated. But they're not allowed to leave the village at night because of the fear that this terrible creature will come and either kill them or steal their children. It's kind of one of those sort of things. It's a 12. It's quite scary. It transpires, spoiler alert, blah, 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 that it's actually been all manufactured by the people who run the village. And the final bit, after this blind girl escapes...
Yeah, and it's like 2005.
Yeah, it's like after this blind girl escapes, who's like the protagonist, she's blind, she can't see the creatures. She arrives on like a road and then gets picked up by like a police car, and you're like, fuck. Like they've manufactured this whole community and this whole world that's so isolated, just in the woods in some place in Minnesota or something. It's fucking... It's a mind fuck. It's a really good film, though.
Whoa. That sounds like Cabin in the Woods, but not funny.
What's your favourite Resident Evil movie?
The one with Nemesis is quite good. I'd say that's probably the only good one, actually.
I like Apocalypse. See the one where it's like in the desert?
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2 and 3, like the movies, I think it's Apocalypse and Extinction, I think it is that they're called.
Yeah, Extinction. Yeah, that's the last one, I think. Yeah, I think that they have a charm to their goofiness, don't they?
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Resident Evil 8, I have to say, it's nice that it's kind of flipped the genre on its head. Because before it's all like, whoa, zombies! And now it's like creepy, ancient, quite gothic, frightening things.
I find like that sort of... not that the Exorcist and The Omen are that scary now, but that idea of more psychological, that more idea of more...
yeah.
Possibly something to do with some entity rather than a horde of zombies just chasing you, because that's just scare horror. Do you know, that's just like, that will scare you. It's a bit of gore.
Yeah.
It makes you jump, whereas this makes you really think, and it's all psychological. It's about creeping around houses. It's about creeping around corridors, libraries, woods, with the idea that something might come out and if it does come out, it's more than just a fucking zombie. It's a fucking deity. Like, do you know what I mean?
Well, it's like it taps into something a bit more primal and fear-wise, like especially things like that with like your older kind of horror stuff, because it's all kind of uncanny valley, kind of
religious based.
It's that thing of like witches and covens and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
My kink for witches aside.
See, it's bitches I've got a kink for.
Oh Jesus! Oh, that bloody that scene in Castlevania. You know, when she's got like the chains around him and stuff, and she's literally.
Yes.
You know what I mean.
We know
if anybody listens, they know what I mean. Ethan, though, the character you play as, he's a weird guy. Like, after you deal with certain enemies and stuff, he'll make like really strange quips every now and again, and you're like, he's horrified. The rest of the time he's horrified, and then once they're dealt with, he'll like, there was one, I killed the first witch, right? And he just went like this. He just went, crazy witches. And I was like...
That was his line. That was his kill quip.
Ethan! That was his line. And I was like, Ethan, no one's around. No one's around, man.
That's so fucking Capcom.
Yeah, exactly.
I cannot believe I'm playing 2 Capcom games at the moment. One's Monster Hunter Rise, which is adorable, and one's Resident Evil. It's wild. Yeah, and some of the witches turn into bugs, right? And he finishes off one of them, and then he goes, ugh, I hate bugs. And you're like, you've just been screaming and shouting about your missing daughter, and then you just go, I hate bugs. And you're like, what's wrong with you?
Clearly he's never played Bug Snacks.
I had the best time playing Bug Snacks. Did I tell you that I played Bug Snacks after we actually...
Please talk about it. Please talk about it.
So it was on my 23rd birthday. I spent most of my day playing a game called Bug Snacks. It was fucking brilliant. I loved it.
Ooh, ooh, it's Bug Snacks.
Bug Snacks. Ooh,
Do you understand? Do you understand my mania?
I've not played it in a while, but it's really good. It's really good. And I was just surprised by...
Really good.
It's just quite ingenious. We've talked about it before. But yeah, go play Bugsnax if you can. I've not been playing any Resident Evil. I've not been playing any horror. Because of the Wi-Fi sitch, we've not been able to play Apex, which has been a frustration. How is Valkyrie? Is she any good? She looks really cool.
I've not played her yet.
She's good. Valkyrie's really enjoyable, but the season itself I'm not really bothered about, I do have to admit.
No?
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the cosmetic stuff it's not really grasping me. I don't know about you guys.
I've not been on yet since the update.
The map's a nice change, but honestly, the season itself, I might just save my coins and just get the next one. I don't know. I'd have to play with you boys to really know.
I feel like we did that before, though. We intensely played like Series 3, and then Series 4 came along, and we were like, oh, do you know what? Actually, we're fine now. And we came back in Series 8. Or Season 8, sorry. So maybe that's just how it goes. You just sort of flit in and out of it. I've been playing Pokémon Snap. That's what I've been doing recently.
Yes!
The hottest on-rail shooter on the market right now. And it's a shooter because you're taking photographs. It's so much fun.
It's a look at the cutie shooty.
It's a cutie shooty.
Oh, that's great.
It's actually really difficult, to be fair.
Is it more if you're just a die-hard Pokemon fan, yes, play it. If it was just take away the Pokemon element, would you recommend this to me?
If it was to take away the Pokemon element, I think it's quite suited to the people who sort of play Animal Crossing. It's that sort of calm.
Oh, okay.
There's no stakes whatsoever. You are taking photos of Pokemon. That is it. But you can manipulate the sort of scenario. You can chuck food to them to bring them in, and sometimes if they eat certain things, they glimmer in certain ways, and you get points depending on whatever they've eaten and how they look. And it's quite as Pokemon always is. It's stats based, it's numbers based all the time. But it's good fun. It's quite calm. Juxtaposing Resident Evil 8. It's quite a calm game.
Oh, it's so stressful. I go to work because I work nights. I go to work with like heart palpitations after playing the game. I'm like,
you're walking down the street, looking behind you. Where is she? Where is she?
Where is she? No, if I was looking for her, I'd be like, where is she? What? Find me. Catch me.
I am here.
I said to Phoebe the other day, I was like, do you want to get yourself like a white long dress and a big black sun hat? Do you know what I mean? Just
And stilts.
and stilts.
And a large knife glove.
Yeah. And a really big knife glove.
And 3 goth friends.
Well, Phoebe actually is a little bit goth. When she's at home, anyway. When she's out, she's a bit less goth.
A little bit goth.
A little bit less goth on the side.
Oh, yeah, Adam. So, I saw this thing online about Pokemon Snap, and supposedly, what is it? If you throw some kind of stone in a volcano, this Charmeleon will hop in and then emerge as a Charizard. Now, stuff like that, I'm very keen for.
Do you know what it is? It's it's literally on rails. You are on a set course, and every time you go through it, it is this. They basically play the same track. They play the same story each time. But you can level up each area, and it changes slightly. And you can do it at nighttime or whatever. That changes it. But yeah, so you can manipulate and you can alter the sort of surroundings. There's bits where you shepherd in certain Pokemon so they can interact with each other quite nicely. That Charmeleon one's a good example. There's ones where you can like chuck something in the water and something will jump up to get it, and then something will jump over, and it's just about sort of manufacturing those scenarios yourself. And after you play it a while, it loses its cutesy element because you know what's coming next. You know where to look and where to aim and and a lot of the time you are just resetting and doing it again just so you can get the right photo to get good points. But the first time you do it is exciting, and actually with the new ones coming out, the Legends series where it's supposedly open world, it's a major step forward from the Sword and Shield games where trees were sort of disappearing and Pokemon interactions were just weird. It's a step in the right direction, but it's pretty cool, to be fair. I've not played it in like a week, but it's if you like photographs and cute little things and you don't want to have a wank over a massive vampire, and you prefer to have a wank over some cute little animals, then I'd buy Pokemon Snap.
I'll do both.
Oh, look, everybody. Josh confirmed furry.
Furry confirmed.
He's done it again. He's just shrugging. And making a face like, eh.
I'll do anything once.
You are the lady who pretends to be furniture.
What?
No, I sniff other people's furniture.
Stop.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of furniture? Like, don't tell me just a chair, because anyone can do that. What does she turn into? What is she Optimus Prime into that is so exciting?
Banisters.
Ballistas. She's a banister. Oh, that's hilarious. I haven't seen this. Please tell me more, because this is weird. That's a strange one. Furniture. Balloons is a weird one as well. What's the thing with balloons?
Balloons. What would you do with balloons? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, what wouldn't you do with balloons?
Apparently, it's a thing. It's a thing some people enjoy. I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
He doesn't know, ladies and gentlemen.
Stop sending in emails. Stop asking him. He doesn't fucking know, okay?
Listen, viewers at home, if you know what you would do with a balloon, email us, comment on Instagram.
Yeah.
Dom, I'm talking to you.
DM us on Instagram. We always reply to a DM. I feel like I say that so much, but I do want to plug it.
You want to plug it? Okay, well, here's the next kink we're going to talk about.
I want to plug it with a balloon.
Joshua, what have you been playing recently? Anything interesting? Any films you've watched? Any series? Or have you just been living your life?
So I watched the other day a great movie by the name of Face Off, if anyone's ever seen Face Off.
Oh.
Excellent movie. Nick Cage and fucking John Travolta. Nick Cage and John Travolta plays like an FBI agent, and Nick Cage is like a kind of like badass criminal, and without going into too much detail, they swap faces and kind of swap lives. It's kind of like Freaky Friday, but like if it was an action movie.
That sounds epic.
It's fucking great.
Do these faces look like Silence of the Lambs, where Andy Hopkins puts on another face? Is it like you can tell it's not them?
No. Basically, what they do is it's just they just switch parts. It's like Nicolas Cage just plays John Travolta's character, and John Travolta just plays Nick Cage's character. It's a surprisingly good turn from them both, actually. They're both surprisingly really good in it.
The wickedly talented Nicky
talented Nicolas Cage.
Nicky Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
The wickedly talented
Adele Dazeem.
Adele Dazeem.
I can't believe I never saw that until I met you boys. That was the best thing that came out of meeting you two.
Thanks.
Adele Dazeem.
The wickedly talented Adele Dazeem.
Can we just have a few moments for that?
Dazeem. Adele Dazeem.
The Oscar.
It's not the best. The best Oscars moment was the La La Land reveal when it wasn't La La Land, but Adele Dazeem is pretty funny.
It's the bit. It's his delivery as well when it says that the Oscar-nominated actress for the Oscar-winning Frozen.
Oscar-winning.
The wickedly talented. The Oscar-winning.
The Oscar-winning.
Wickedly talented
Adele
Dazeem.
The wickedly talented Adele Dazeem.
He must have either been on something or it was
funny.
a bet. It's got to have been a bet, of course.
No, he saw a weird name and he went, I'm going to give it my best.
It's fucking Idina Menzel. You don't make that mistake. Or the Oscars.
Yeah, I'm good. It's not even that hard a name. Adina, like, it wasn't even close.
It's funny though. Adele
Dazeem.
Adele Dazeem.
It clearly was on a teleprompter and they couldn't like see it right.
He couldn't quite see it. It's like the Oscar winning. I know what that word is.
Oscar winning, wickedly talented.
Wickedly talented.
But it's the thing, like, he puts emphasis on wickedly because she was in Wicked, so he clearly knows who she is.
He knows who she is. It's not like she's not very famous. She's in so many films.
The wickedly terrifying Lady Dimitrescu.
Jesus.
Oh, well. So, Face Off was a decent film.
What an exciting time to be a Bro You Haven't fan.
What an exciting time to be a Dom.
Yes, it really is.
Here we go.
To be a femdom if you're playing.
Bro You Haven't giveaway. If you can get us to 1,000 followers on Instagram, I will pick someone at random and send them a copy of Resident Evil 8.
With jizz inside it.
There we go.
With jizz and my phone number inside of it. You heard it here first, followers. Get us to 1,000 followers on Instagram or on YouTube. 1,000 subscribers on YouTube as well. And I will send out a copy to a random subscriber.
And we will be doing a charity live stream at some point. We just need to find a time where we're not all of us
working,
busy in different sections. Yeah,
exactly. And it's May now.
So yeah, it's
May at the moment, and I think we're coming up to our 1 year anniversary. So we will be doing another Red Dead 2, Bro You Haven't, Gold Bar Gate 2, basically. Gold Bar Gate 2.
Well, there's you get people now, servers specifically for like role-playing on Red Dead now.
Yeah, I know. I've been looking into a lot of it.
They do it in GTA 5 as well.
People doing like just horseplay, like they just run a stables and they just like run their horses and shit. People like spend hours doing that. I've done a lot of research, so when we get to it,
horseplay. While she's here, Phoebe, what do you think of Resident Evil 8? Come here.
Big titties. That is all.
That is all.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Big titties.
Big titties, and that is all.
That is all.
Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, let's round off. Thank you very much, everyone.
I just want to say as well, big titties aside, it is just a great horror game, and she's only the first quarter of it.
I mean, it's getting scarier now.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Hate dolls.
Josh, do you have a profound question to end us on?
Hold on.
He's usually good at these. Here's his improv skills. Anybody looking for talent? Josh Aitken. Hold on.
A profound question.
Go. What's your question?
Fuck, what is my question? I'm trying to think of something Resident Evil related. Would you rather,
Oh, God.
right, be strangled to death
Oh, God.
by Lady
Please.
Dimitrescu, or be become like Nemesis?
Oh, number one. Oh, Nemesis is freaking epic, but
I don't know if you guys have seen Killing Eve, but Jodie Comer's character is she kills people in the most spectacular way. And yeah, I feel like the strangling is where I would like to be as well.
yeah.
I'll go with Nemesis just for the sake of argument.
Because then you'd be bigger than me.
I'm already bigger than you, short fry.
Yeah, you're taller than me.
Taller than you, stronger than you, and and on that note,
Yes, thank you very much, guys. Lovely to talk to you. Lovely to see you. Let's do this more often, shall we?
very nice. Yeah,
We should do this more often.
probably, yeah.
I'll make sure I edit this one on time.
Oh, that's funny.
Laters, boys.
Stop recording. Bye now. Bye.
Bye, boys. Bye, girls. Bye, all. Bye, ghosts and ghouls. Thank you for listening to the Bro You Haven't podcast. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Bro You Haven't Pod for updates on future episodes and more. If you like this week's episode, you can catch our other episodes on Spotify, Acast, and YouTube. On behalf of myself, Adam, and Josh, have a lovely week. Goodbye.